The law of nature. Everything that is born, dies. The law of nature is horizontal and manifests within certain vibratory limits, that is, its action unfolds only on the dense plane of matter and it cannot operate vertically on any of the other laws that govern the subtle and follow it hierarchically. All the laws act on the law of nature simultaneously. The superior acts on the inferior, never the other way round. This law establishes the fundamental structure of matter for the processes of manifestation, by providing and maintaining the bodies of all species of living beings, as a result of which it is also called Mother Nature. It governs the densest manifestations, that is, all that we call physical worlds, and it determines the characteristics and functioning of all the bodies within which consciousness develops. The law of nature manifests through the four great realms of creation: mineral, vegetable, animal and human, and is recognized in their natural state, in the harmony of their manifestation, and in the equilibrium that all species maintain within the immense diversity of creation. It can also be observed in the state of purity and constant renewal of all species of living beings, and in the perfection of their genetic combinations, the functioning of which is based on the reproduction and petition of the processes that keep the bodies in perfect conditions of health and vitality. This law does not allow the deterioration or degeneration of species, which it destroys implacably when for some reason they become weak. Nature is perfect and its alterations are the result of violating the law of nature. This may occur due to an external action permitted by a higher law, which alters the normal state of harmony and perfection of nature, producing as a consequence the weakening of immune systems, hereditary defects, malformations, hybrids, environmental pollution, disease and degenerative processes. However, this all serves to recognize the presence of the law of nature and to learn to respect and obey it. Once we recognize which laws govern the natural processes, we can find ourselves in four states. Unawareness of the law, innocence. Transgression of the law, ignorance. Awareness of the law, wisdom. Conscious transcendence, mastery. We act within the law of nature when we follow our instinct, which is like the mind of nature. All the necessary processes for keeping species in a perfect state of health are engraved in the instinct. This law acts through constant reproduction, natural selection, and the depredation that makes up the food chains. Its code is binary, because it does not admit midpoints between birth and death, like imperfection, weakness, or illness. Instinct is our natural behavior and it is controlled by a part of the brain called the reptilian brain. Basic instinctive functions include, to generate life, mating, maintain it, nourishment, and defend it, survival. Thanks to the process of civilization, human beings have lost our instinctive guidance in the aspect of maintaining health, as a result of which we sometimes do not know what, when or how much to eat, or how to combine foods. The instinct knows all this by nature, but we have gradually desensitized it, and it would therefore be important to renew these capabilities. Instinct is not rational or emotional, it is automatic. It is unconscious, it is in the genetic codes, but it is not ignorant or selfish. It is insensitive insofar as it does not manage feelings, all it seeks is physical satisfaction for the equilibrium of its health, and that cannot be called selfishness. Instinct also marks the territory of its group, it is territorial and protective of its litter, and direct the evolutionary advantages. Instinct does not hoard, it uses what it needs, and it is perfect provided that it is used for its purpose, and not for anything else. The idea is to start managing instinct by observing what our body tells us. To handle conflicts, however, and to make progress in our spiritual development, we should not follow instinct, nor fight or flee. It is better to use reason or understanding, and as we do that habitually we will ultimately end up by switching off the automatic defense system, or instinct for survival, because it will not be necessary. The law of nature is very strong, but it handles much less information than the other laws. It has the strength of a bull, but we need to learn how to tame it so that it obeys us, and we do not have to fight with it. Get more on www.ultimatemasters.org.